Well, Helen, you spent a lot of time in Walla Walla last week.
We did.
Down there for the conference game at Whitman and
Mm-hmm.
then the tournament that Whitman hosted. Take us back through the week, the game at Whitman, and then rebounding with a couple of nice wins.
Right. Wow, that seems so long ago that we played Whitman, because so much action happened in between that. I thought we played, pretty well against Whitman, even though we lost by double digits. It was they made two runs, where we just, like 6-0 and I think an 8-0 run, and that was the difference in the game. Other than that, we played pretty equally with a very talented, undefeated team. So I felt like we could take some things out of that. It was a much better performance than what we had at Willamette the week before, of just team basketball and defensively and some things that we were trying to work on. So there were some definite positives to take out of that, of some growth. Obviously disappointed to have a defeat in conference, but I felt like we made some nice strides. And then, turn around, drive back, get in early, know there's going to be a ton of snow and have to get back on the road. So had two practices, but one was at 6 a.m. and we just kind of, competed in that one and came out and played pretty well against Colorado and did some nice things. And I thought Grace and Madison Moffitt both stepped up the whole weekend. And then Saturday had just a really intense, crazy game. Had a tough start at the beginning of our game against Louisiana College. The first quarter we really struggled defensively. They put 28 points up in a quarter, but then after that we won every quarter after that, got it back and won in overtime, and just a really exciting game. And again, just Owens stepped up big. I thought Faith Sabula had a nice game. She had a lot of assists and rebounds and did a nice job scoring. And then Maddie and Grace, who ended up both being all tournament there, stepped up big the second night as well. So it was fun to see us be resilient and bounce back and kind of take care of business when we got down by a pretty big margin against Louisiana.
Do you feel like now that you have some players who you can go to off of the bench as well, that you're starting to get your bullets back in your gun? You're starting to have that full arsenal.
Yeah, I know we got Erica and Chloe back. Chloe has been out for a month with an injury, so she's not really in condition, and I put her in a position in one game where she maybe wasn't quite ready because she hasn't had to go against really aggressive defense. But to have those two back, and then Madison Tudor stepped up huge. In the Louisiana game, I played 14 minutes as a freshman and had 3 assists and 7 points, I believe. And so seeing her kind of step up and rise up was fun to see. And so it's nice to just kind of have a lot more options than what we've had the last few weeks with all the injuries. And when we get Sydney back, that will help us also as well.
This week, finals exams. As a head coach, what do you feel like your role is to help support your players in this week?
We try to keep things pretty short. Like today, there's not exams, but they have exams the rest of the week. So today's just competition day. They have 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 5-on-5. So we just put together teams that we think are pretty balanced and let them just kind of compete and do some shooting contests. And then just try to make it fun, but still have hold them accountable. We're coaching them during those things. And then tomorrow off because they have a lot of tests Wednesday, and then Wednesday we'll have a short practice, Thursday a short practice, and just really look at LC State, who's 13-0 and ranked nationally and very, very good and beating people by an average of 20-something a game. So you can't complicate it when it's finals week anyway, and when a team's clicking like that, you just got to pick some things that you think can help you win the game and just try to keep it simple. And so we'll just work on those things, and rebounding will be definitely one of them, and just try to keep it as simple as we can.